Jordan begins vaccinations for refugees. Jordan is among the first countries in the world to offer COVID-19 vaccinations for refugees, as reported by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR. The country hosts almost 750,000 refugees, mostly from neighboring Syria. Since early January 2021, people living in Jordan, including refugees and asylum seekers, can receive the vaccination free of charge. Jordan is also prioritizing the vaccination for medical personnel, people over the age of 60, and individuals with chronic health issues. To facilitate registration, a government portal has been created for people to sign up for the vaccination. Jordan is a Shiny World Leadership Awards for Compassion and Public Health Protection recipient. Way to go, Jordan, and thank you for your exemplary leadership in taking care of all residing in your country. May other nations follow your generous and caring example in Allah's love.
Pilot who contracted COVID-19 discharged after 243 days in foreign hospital. Finally able to return to his home in England, 59-year-old Nicholas Sinnott hugged hospital workers who cared for him on his final stroll out of the Texas, USA hospital. The British Airways pilot had caught the virus in March 2020 while away from home and then spent the next almost 8 months receiving treatment at the facility. His wife Nicola came to be with him as he required first a ventilator and then a heart and lung machine. Cardiologist Dr. Biswajit Kaur said Mr. Sinnott's recovery from severe illness gave great joy to the hospital staff, crediting his previous good health as well as the devoted attention from his wife. Our joyful congratulations, Nicholas Sinnott, and much appreciation to all the dedicated caregivers who are treating pandemic patients. We pray for hope and healing to spread around the world in heaven's compassion.
Scientists call for protection of newly found deep-sea species. Launched in 2016 to explore the little-known deep-water ecosystems in the North Atlantic Ocean, the European Union-funded Atlas project discovered at least 12 new deep-sea animal species, including fish, sea mosses, mollusks, and corals. Led by marine biologist Dr. Murray Roberts from the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, United Kingdom. The project's team of international researchers also found approximately 35 species living in areas where they were unknown till now, and a field of ocean floor vents discharging heated water in the Azores Islands off of mainland Portugal. In a statement, Dr. Roberts described the importance and the fragility of the most vulnerable ecosystems in the deep Atlantic due to global warming, slowing currents, and acidification. Many thanks, Dr. Murray Roberts, and all involved in the Atlas project. May we protect God's amazing deep sea creations for the survival of all beings in our interconnected world.
Human-like robots to be mass-produced this year. Hong Kong-based company Hanson Robotics plans to release 4 models of their sophisticated social robots in the first half of this year. The company first introduced a prototype named Sophia in 2016, which uses artificial intelligence to have realistic conversations with people, smile, and even tell jokes. This year, they will produce thousands of robots to help people who have become lonely and socially isolated due to COVID-19. These include a robot named Grace that will be able to work in the healthcare sector, with future potential also seen in areas such as retail and airlines. Exceptional news, Hanson Robotics, on your upcoming launch. In divine blessings, may your impressive creations provide much support and safety for people, especially in difficult times as this.
Americans show unprecedented charitable spirit. According to the Association of Fundraising Professionals, which follows almost 2,500 charitable organizations, donations to small and medium-sized nonprofits showed an increase of 7.6% in the first 9 months of 2020 compared to 2019. Also, many Americans across the income spectrum donated to help others in need, such as through food banks during the pandemic's economic downturn. downturn. Notably, Amazon shareholder and the world's third most wealthy woman, Mackenzie Scott, gave $4 billion to 384 organizations within a 4-month period. In addition, as part of the annual Giving Tuesday movement held on the Tuesday after the Thanksgiving holiday, various charities received a total of $2.5 billion within 24 hours, mostly given in small amounts. May God bless the American people who have displayed kindness and generosity during this pandemic. Your touching actions show the world that everyone could and should care for one another now more than ever.
Russian businesses recognize the promising plant-based food market. For years, there was a lack of food options specializing in vegan or vegetarian diets in Russia, despite growing demands. However, that situation is rapidly changing. Since 2019, imported vegan products like Beyond Meat burgers have sparked waves of interest from the food service and retail industries. According to Alexey Ivanov, project coordinator of Eating Better Russia, big companies are now entering the market to bring plant-based foods to restaurant chains and supermarkets. All of them have been following the veg trends both locally and in European countries. Even established meat companies like Kotletar and Mesoet have launched several plant-based alternatives. What welcome positive news. We hope the day soon arrives when the great country of Russia becomes a full vegan nation in heavenly splendor.
Residents of Australian Sydney joined together to save a species. Residents of Hobart in Tasmania State, with properties adjacent to bushland, have been asked by the Tasmanian government, a Shiny World Leadership Award for Compassion laureate, to join the Backyard Bandicoots project to help protect the beloved eastern barred bandicoots. Participants in the program become bandicoot buddies, where as citizen scientists they can log sightings of the endangered marsupial. In addition, they learn how to provide a safe haven for the nocturnal animals in their backyard, such as by growing certain plants that provide food and shelter for them. The eastern barred bandicoots are already extinct in mainland Australia, and the population on the island of Tasmania is also sadly declining. Thank you, kind residents of Hobart, for helping to ensure the protection of these lovely little friends. We pray that all wild animals may soon be able to thrive alongside humans in the grace of the divine.